In anesthesia training, we usually move to a bunch of different hospitals. New Mexico, I was in 7 different hospitals as a nurse anesthesia trainee. And then now in Austin, I'll be in at least 5 different hospitals. So today was day 1 at another new clinical site. And even if the hospitals are in the same anesthesia group, there's always a different flavor between each hospital, one to the next. And I saw this girl on TikTok talking about mindset stuff. And a lot of times I feel that mindset things are like too unattainable and not applicable enough to my like material conditions day to day. But she was saying if you're anxious and you always think of the worst case scenario, try journaling the night before or the morning of the best case scenario. So last night when I was falling asleep, I wrote out best case scenario for the day. Best case scenario with the physician anesthesiologist and with the CRNA that I was working with. Best case scenario with the vibe of the cases. Best case of the scenario. Also in terms of like characteristics of the people who I'm working with and also the characteristics of myself and what I want to be perceived as. So I wrote out specifically that I want to make other people feel seen. I want to elevate the mood of a room and I want to provide really good anesthesia care for people. I wrote out that every single person who I was going to work with, we were going to have a great first day together. It's like immediately getting dark here, but that like came true. And I think there's a piece of it that like, this is now at the end of a full year in the operating room, at the end of like 2.5 years of anesthesia training going into year 3. So like it's a lot easier to get off on a good foot with people if you've done something before, but there is also something to like expecting the best and going in, and I felt like I had a higher threshold for the performance that is being a trainee in anesthesia school today. Also, I will say that I had the capacity to do this because I'm no longer like studying 3 hours after every single clinical day for the C. But I like it. It's something that I'll do again. I think I'm going to write out more like best case scenarios in the future. And I hope that this is something that maybe can be applicable for trainees who are coming in and starting in the operating room in January, is like having the expectation of expecting the best and then going from there.